Hello everyone and welcome to today's webinar on everything you need to know about pricing your services. This webinar provides advice into 4 common pricing questions that all business owners face, no matter whether your focus is design or construction. It's fulfilling to earn a living doing work you love in an industry you're passionate about, so it's important to price yourselves and your services accurately to meet your customers' budgets while generating a reasonable profit. Determining how you price can be a challenge, but finding a system that works for you is essential to long-term success. So we're recording today's session, so don't worry about taking any notes if you happen to miss anything. The recording will be sent across to you via an email later today. And if at any point you can't hear me or if the slides aren't advancing, please do let us know by asking a question. You should be able to see in your GoToWebinar control panel that you can ask questions to the organisers. So for this webinar, we've gathered best practices and suggestions from architects, builders, contractors, and interior design pros across the country. No matter what your experience, if you've ever struggled with pricing your services, we hope you'll find the advice of fellow professionals useful in guiding your pricing decisions. We'll cover how to know what you should charge, how you can be more strategic in pricing, if you should charge for consultations, and if you should discount your services. We'll also talk to you about what we at Houzz can do for you to help you increase revenue and clients. Our first question, how do I know what to charge? We'll give you some methods to arrive at a number that works for you. This is one of the most common questions businesses face, whether they're just starting out or facing changes in their costs. While there's no easy answer, doing a few easy but key calculations can help you begin to estimate how much you need to make in order to sustain your business and earn a reasonable level of income. General contractor Steve Greenberg of Steveworks says, first, figure out how much you want to make a year. Consider your profit and growth and the salary you want to take home. Then, figure out what your overhead costs per year, which includes anything you need to keep the business in operation. So insurance, rent, trade groups, utilities, and equipment costs, including maintenance. Next, find out the job costs like materials, crew salary, including holiday pay and benefits, subcontractors, and even electricity. Add the profit, salary, overhead, and job costs to find out the total yearly cost of doing business. Once you have a figure in mind, estimate how many jobs you think you'll get and what size they'll be. Be conservative at first. Divide the cost of doing business by the number of hours or projects your business will work, and you'll have your billable rate. Knowing your market is very important to not under or overprice your services. A good first source of information can be your competition and colleagues. Steve Greenberg suggests, for comparison, see what other contractors of your quality, experience, and business size are charging. Ask members of any trade associations you're in or find some peers that you trust and see if they're willing to share their numbers. Join a peer review group or start one so that you can safely share and learn from your peers. If others are charging £50 an hour, but you charge 75, you'll be staring at the phone a lot. If you feel you need to charge that 75 to make your numbers work, start looking at how you can cut expenses to be more profitable and charge less. On the other hand, don't undervalue yourself. You must also spend some time getting to know your audience. Who are they? How old are they? How much do they spend annually on their homes? What size home do they own? Houzz is in constant conversations with our homeowners to produce several reports annually on their habits and lives. So make sure you check these out on houzz.co.uk/user and /Houzz research. Not all projects are equal, and you can charge a premium for taking on work that others can't or won't. Decide how much profit you want to earn to make it worth your time to do the project. Rusty Borders of KOH Construction say, the difficulty, complexity, and time required for each job will determine the profit margin. For example, a simple exterior paint of a country home should yield a 10% profit. A room addition on a hillside with rocks to move, electrical and septic lines in the way, and many more details will demand a 30% profit because you'll spend a lot more time and the risk is greater. When you spend your time on a higher risk project, you should get a higher return. Our second question is, how can I be more strategic in my pricing? Everyone wants more revenue, but raising prices can turn off existing or potential customers. Business of Architecture consultant Enoch Sears suggests, changing the conversation around the way you structure your proposal will help you generate revenue by delivering more value without being overly promotional. There are multiple strategies which will give you more complex but beneficial pricing model. Here are some you can use. Cross-sell. Sell additional complementary products or services to existing customers that don't compete with your main offering. For example, a landscape architect could serve as a dealer for spas to gain commission when clients want to incorporate that feature. Bundle with other pros. Combine your services with another provider. Team up with other designers and builders to sell your services together. You'll capture leads who are looking for one team to handle everything from start to finish. Bundle your offerings. To convince a client to take on a project with a larger scope, try offering them a discount compared to if they handled the whole project in smaller phases. Upsell. Convince a client to upgrade to higher level of service. If their need would be best met by a larger scope, you can educate them on the benefits of taking on a bigger project or receiving more professional assistance. Add-on. Include a service that is related to what the customer is buying and amplifies the value of the project. Some add-ons should be photorealistic renderings, more detailed plans, or managing permits beyond the basic requirements for the project. Tiered pricing works by replacing the one-size-fits-all proposal and with multiple options. To create your tiers, begin by listing all of the services you could possibly offer, then group your services into 3 distinct levels. The highest price package should include everything you have to offer, with the lesser packages including fewer services. Here is an example of how an architect could divide their services into 3 tiers. Most people will choose the middle package because they do not want to select the least expensive option, but they may not feel ready for the most expensive option. However, the lower price package still needs to have value, so you can still deliver exceptional results no matter which option they choose. If your business handles design and construction, you could offer tiers related to handling multiple phases of the job. A different option is to sell based on levels of service and how much help the client needs with the project. Now for our third section. Should I charge for consultations? Here are 3 takes on this hotly debated topic. Charging for a consultation ensures potential clients attach a financial value to your skill and time. You may book fewer consultations, but you'll be compensated for your time regardless of if you take on the project. Rebecca Ward of Rebecca Ward Design says, I have always charged a consultation fee because I am a professional and my time is valuable. My initial consults are working meetings and can be standalone or a jumping off point for larger projects. I try to provide as much information to the client about my process and services prior to even meeting so they can determine if my firm is a good fit for them. Free consultations allow you to interview the client and possibly book more consultations, thus giving you a wider range of potential jobs. You don't have to give away your services though. Teresa Buchanan of Designline says, I do not charge for the initial meeting, but I do not give specific professional advice. Instead, I discuss my approach to the project, ask general questions about the client's objectives, preferences, and budget. That meeting is also an opportunity for us to meet one another, which I hope will create a comfort level for the client. It also helps me determine whether or not I want the job. A compromise is to charge in some cases, determined by how the client came across your business or the type of project they have. You can offer a free consultation to someone you really want to work with and charge if it doesn't sound as promising. Cinda Lester of 1212 Architects and Planners says, for referral work, I offer a free consultation. I started charging an £80 consultation fee for leads that are not from a referral. I want to see if they are serious about their project before I drive to meet them. It's an effective way of screening leads, and my conversion rate of interviews to projects is higher when I charge, simply because there are fewer interviews and if I don't offer a free consultation. Our fourth and final question is, should I discount my services? Offering a small discount to people in your area can be a way to spread awareness of your business, especially to someone who may not have any existing relationships with local home professionals. Mark Burns of Burn Kitchen and Bath says, "When I started my business, I did targeted direct mail with a postcard that offered an £80 discount. I mailed the postcard to customers who had just purchased a home in my area. It seems when people buy an existing home, they always need something done." If you know you're approaching a slower part of the year where you potentially have less work, a seasonal discount can help you keep your pipeline full when you otherwise might not have a job. Jeff DuPont of Sound Painting Solutions says, "We occasionally run 10% off for interior painting in November and December. We do it to keep our crews busy in our slower months. We don't do it every year, but if we don't have much in the pipeline, we'll send an email blast to past clients notifying them of the discount." Some professionals feel that offering discounted services does more harm than good for the business because clients will attribute different values for the same service. John McLean of John McLean Designs says, "The issue with discounts is that the client still expects and deserves the same level of product and service. My company stands firm with our pricing for all clients, keeping it competitive and fair. It is our job to stay within the client's budget, and if we accomplish that with a clear understanding of the project details, there should be no need for discounting of our very valuable time and knowledge." So here comes the interesting bit on how we can help you grow. Pro Plus is our local paid program that allows you to be seen thousands of times a month in front of affluent homeowners for larger selective projects over the year. We want to help you grow your business. Our 2 million Houzz homeowners in the UK spend hours in their photo stream with over 15 million images, browsing and saving photos they like. Our goal is to feature your business to those local homeowners throughout the entire planning process. We want to catch their attention and make them interested in you, so that when they are ready to move forward with their project, they are already familiar with your company. The next ad unit that you'll be featured in is a sponsored photo, where you'll stand out among some of our top professionals on Houzz. Just like the banner ad, your business will be showcased to homeowners who are sitting in the locations that you want to get more business in. To let these homeowners know that you are local to them, we create a customized headline for your business. With the headline, we recommend highlighting the metro area that you serve, what type of service you offer, and something that makes you unique. Right below that, we would write ad copy that highlights what sets your business apart and why a client would want to work with you. We'll be rotating your best project images throughout the photo stream thousands of times a month in this format, so potential clients can see your work, save your images, and reach out to you when it's time to start their project. We've been told by pros that they've been hired for projects and never really had to sell themselves because the homeowner felt as though they already knew them well from seeing their work so frequently in the photo stream. You will also be featured more prominently in our professional directory. As an advertiser, you will receive enhanced placement in the categories and locations of your choice. Many of our professionals tell us that their businesses are multifaceted, and so they find the ability to be featured in multiple categories very beneficial. Within the directory, we have a tool called Project Match, which makes it easy for the homeowner to be specific about the project needs by filling in a questionnaire. Once they provide the scope of work, we connect the homeowner to professionals who can provide the services needed. Project Match has been successful in driving leads and traffic to the professionals on our Pro Plus program. In short, we want to help you be profitable in the jobs you take on, and the efficiency of this tool allows you to do so by bringing qualified users directly to you. We only send these leads to Pro Plus members. With the ad placement that I've shared with you, as well as the additional ads throughout the site and in our newsletter, our goal is to drive traffic to your Houzz profile. Once there, homeowners will be able to read your reviews, learn about your business, and most importantly, contact you for their project. Additionally, to help you easily track your results, Houzz offers a call tracking feature that is exclusive to Pro Plus customers and enables you to track calls that you have had with potential clients. You can choose to opt in or out of this feature, but we have seen great success from professionals who are currently taking advantage of call tracking. Whenever someone calls by dialing your number from Houzz, we'll track that in the central messaging system. If you miss the call, you'll immediately get an email letting you know a prospect is trying to reach you. That way, you can follow up as soon as possible. You can also come to your dashboard at any time to see calls or messages that you've received. With any advertising that you do for your business, whether it be on Houzz or elsewhere, it's so important to track how it's working and make adjustments accordingly. So with Pro Plus, we make sure to provide you with detailed metrics to track the success of the program with. Within your Pro dashboard, you can see how your ads are performing, and even more specifically, which photos are drawing in the most views. For example, if you have a photo that is getting 10 times as many clicks as the rest of your photos, then we should learn from that and make sure that we showcase that photo more frequently. Lastly, to make sure that advertising on Houzz is a simple and smooth process for your business, you'll receive a dedicated client success manager who will be tracking the success of your program and will schedule calls with you to review your analytics and help you build out your profile. Okay, so for any further questions, please email ukprocommunity@houzz.com or ask us in the comment section now, and we'll shortly be answering some live questions. So if you have any questions, please do go ahead and put them in the questions box of your GoToWebinar control panel, and we'll answer them now. We've actually received a few questions during the course of the webinar, so we'll go ahead and answer those ones straight away. So, okay, the first one has come in here. What is the average fee interior designers are charging for consultations? Okay, so on Houzz, our established interior designers are charging an average of around £150 to £200 an hour. And that's via some research we recently carried out. And here's a follow-up question about reimbursing clients the initial consultation fee. And the answer would be that we see professionals doing this, yes, and it's often taken off the final cost of service if they get hired. So it could be a good pitch and a sales point for you to think about. Okay, lots of questions coming in. One here asking, is there a minimum time I need to sign up for Pro Plus? Okay, good question. Well, we work with you for 12 months at a time to ensure you're getting high quality residential work. This is the ideal period to gain maximum results and build a strong presence on Houzz. Okay, Amanda has a question. I heard a while back not all can become Pro Plus members. So what's the requirement? Okay, so we work with less than 2% of our 60,000 UK professional database. So it's a limited offer to make sure the ones who join get what they pay for. And it's also limited depending on what category you're in. Best would be to get in contact with us to talk about it and see if you qualify. And here's a question we get asked a lot from Jake. He's wondering how much Pro Plus costs. Okay, so costing varies on what sort of exposure you're looking for. I have an interior designer who spends a couple of £100 a month on a large kitchen showroom who spends thousands a month. So we basically tailor very much based on your own requirements. Tim is wondering what main categories charge a design fee. So on Houzz, that would mainly be architects, interior designers, home builders, and design and build companies. Okay, and last question before we continue on the chat function. Can my account manager help me decide about pricing? The answer is yes. So you have help every 6 to 8 weeks. You have a call with your dedicated account manager to discuss how best to market your business on Houzz. Okay, and that's all we've got time for now. So if you have any further questions, we'll answer them now in the chat function. So just pop your question in the box there and we'll be online for another 10 to 15 minutes to answer those there. So thank you all very much for listening and I hope you found it useful. Have a good day.